Welcome to day one, I beg your pardon, of the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League. It's match number 2 of this doubleheader. Lil Saiwan versus the United Services Recreation Club, better known as USRC. The news from the middle is USRC have won the toss and they're going to have a bowl first. But yes, a quick recap of what happened in match 1, a 37-run win. A 37-run win, I beg your pardon, for HKCC, one of the pre-tournament favorites over KCC. KCC in that game won the toss, decided to bowl first. They looked really good at one stage, 32-4. That was the score for HKCC. But then they recovered. They posted 122-7 and limited KCC to 85-4. So that's how things stand at this point in time. HKCC on top of the table at the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League. And a big game here for LSW. We said this before, we'll say it again. HKCC come into this tournament as one of the pre-tournament favorites. But the likes of LSW and, of course, Gower Cricket Club, I'm sure their fans and their supporters disagree with me. But yes, it could get very, very interesting. Net run rate could come into effect as well. At the end of the day, this is a single round robin group stage format. So 5 teams, 4 matches per team, and 1 final on the 16th of October. You can catch us every single Sunday starting at 9 a.m. HK time. That's 6:30 in India and 11 a.m. in Sydney. We are around 2 minutes away from the first ball here and walking out to bat. You're going to see that pair very soon. It looks like Ikra Sahar. And we'll get confirmation on her opening partner in a bit. Yep, there you go, Ikra Sahar. It looks like she will be taking strike. Ikra Sahar, of course, made her Hong Kong debut at the T20 World Cup Asia qualifier last year. And wow, it's hard to believe that was just around 1 year ago. I guess time absolutely flies. But Ikra Sahar, of course, opens the bowling for Hong Kong. She did that throughout the ACC Women's T20 Championship. But make no mistake, Ikra Sahar can bat as well. One of the key players for Lil Saiwan, along with Mariam Bibi and Shanzeen Shehzad. For USRC, you gotta admit, they come into this contest as underdogs. But for the likes of Alishba Kanwal, a huge opportunity to stake a claim for inclusion in that Women's All-Star Series. And we are just about ready for the first delivery. Here we go, mid-on and mid-off, both up in the circle. It's a 5-4 leg side field, first ball. Outside the off stump and left alone. And it's Alishba Kanwal, the captain herself, with the new ball. It goes without saying, early breakthroughs can make a huge, huge difference. Alishba Kanwal, of course, played in the old iteration of the Women's Premier League, which has now been renamed the All-Stars Series. Here we go, Alishba. As down the leg side, and the umpire gets some exercise. Lil Saiwan, they are off the mark. Captaining USRC in this tournament. Here we go. A bit of a false start there, just missing a run-up. I assume that's exactly what happened off the previous delivery as well. Ikra Sahar on strike, looking for her first runs off the bat. Shaminda Wickramasinghe at the other end. left alone yet again. Shaminda, of course, the veteran, has played for Hong Kong before. It's always nice to have that experience, that wisdom in the dugout. Makes a big difference. We saw Tracy Walker playing for Hong Kong Cricket Club in the first game today. Connie Wong captaining the Kowloon Cricket Club at 45 years young. Connie Wong 20 off 15 in that first game. That's uppish. Played away through the offside. It's running down to the boundary and it gets there. First boundary of the innings. A nice little start here for Ikra Sahar. The score moves on to 5 for no loss. We still have 3 deliveries left in the very first over of the game. A reminder of what's at stake. The top 2 teams at the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League will advance to the final on Sunday, 16th October. So we've got games every Sunday from now until the 16th of October. Alishba Kanwal, the captain of USRC, bit of an untidy start. That's a full toss and put away. Not quite. The fielder in the deep square leg cuts that off. It's just a single. Ikra Sahar, of course, has got some regular game time for the national team. But without a doubt, we'll be looking for more consistency with the ball. Here we go, Alishba. That's full. Good hands through the ball. That goes through the offside. And now, Shaminder Wickramasinghe is also off the mark. 1 delivery left in the first over. Bit of an untidy start here for Alishba. And Ikra Sahar got some width and she cashed in a boundary square of the wicket on the offside. Can she make it 2 boundaries in a row, mid-on and mid-off, both up in the circle? You cannot afford to give the right hand a width. It's a 5-4 leg side field. Big gaps there, looking for 2. They take 1 for the throw, and wisely so. Strong first over here for LSW. They're 9 for no loss after 1. Punch of the gloves there between Ikra Sahar and Shaminder Wickramasinghe. Still early days, but it's nice to get a boundary away in your first few balls. That's exactly what Ikra Sahar has done. Chewing on that gum, hands on her hips at the non-striker's end. It's Gurkamal Kaur into the attack. Playing a miss. Shaminder just playing inside the line of that.
She looks like Myra Salim to me. 11, yeah. Myra Salim. It's Myra Salim.
I apologize, I have to get my eyes checked. It's Myra Salim into the attack. Another left armour could get her first wicket. Alishba, perhaps you should have been diving for that. Easier said than done. Never easy diving forward. So Shaminder Wickramasinghe continues to turn that strike over. And LSW now into double figures. 10 for no loss in the second over. Ikra Sahar facing up to the left armour for the first time today. Once again, 5-4 leg side field. Full toss, put away. That's going to be an easy boundary. to deep fine leg. Second boundary of her innings for Ikra Sahar. And perhaps lucky to get away with that one, the left armer, not signaled no ball. Myra Salim cannot afford to bowl there. It's an easy gift for the batter. But Ikra Sahar looking really, really good at the crease. Gets another full toss. That one going down to deep mid wicket. Ooh, bit of an ugly bounce there. And they're going to take 2 for the throw yet again. And of course, the dimensions here at Mission Road, at the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Very long square boundary, so it's a very tough throw from the deep. Here we go, continuing from over the wicket. Full toss, smash down the ground, mid-on. Could be a run-out chance. Nah, good early cornering there from the opening pair. But Ikra Sahar not happy with herself, just shadow batting, practicing what she should have done with that delivery. It's a good start for her nonetheless. That's wide, smashed into the offside. They're going to get a single. The fielder on the foot of the circle there. Ooh, could be overthrows. Doesn't look like Ikra Sahar was paying attention. And that brings to a close the second over. 9 runs off the first, 9 runs off the second. 18 for no loss after 2. And that batting card, Ikra Sahar, with a couple of boundaries to kickstart her innings. She's got the experience of Shamindo Wickramasinghe at the crease. And it looks like we have a change in bowling. This time it is Gurkamal Kaur into the attack. Part of that pathway team, of course, coached by Hong Kong assistant coach Saklan. Saklan, I do not see you at the ground, but I'm sure you are watching from wherever you are. And as for the rest of you, regardless of where you're watching from, whether it's Hong Kong or anywhere else, share the link of this match on WhatsApp, on social media with your friends and family. Help me spread the word about women's cricket in Hong Kong. Here we go. Gurkamal Kaur. There's a good start. Straight back to the bowler. Shaminda looks frustrated. She's looking leg side. She wants her first boundary. In fact, that's been signaled no ball. Ah, there you go. A cardinal sin. Too many fielders outside the circle. The umpire is just helping out Alishba now, telling her how many fielders are outside the circle. Look, it's a learning opportunity for everybody. It's all a process. USRC, of course, the underdogs in this tournament. But like we said, a couple of pathway players in this 11 for the USRC, captained by Alishba Kanwal. And we've seen Alishba as well participating in the old iteration of the Women's Premier League. Here we go. Gurkamal. Too much width. Slashed away through the offside. Good piece of fielding. In fact, they want to take a second one for the throw. Shaminda wisely sends back Ikra Sahar. Bit of a misunderstanding between this opening pair, but I think that was the right decision from the experienced former Hong Kong player. Absolutely no second run on offer there. Ikra Sahar, you're 14 off 8. You've got 2 beautiful boundaries away. Don't risk all of that for just one cheeky extra run. A little too full once again, squeezed into the covers, a dot ball. Here we go, Gurkam Alcor once again. 4 deliveries left in this, the 3rd over. Bit of an outside edge there, 3rd man. Untidy work, it's running down to the boundary. Will it get there? Does well, recovers well, and cuts that down to 2. It's nice to see Ikra Sahar going after the bowling. That's exactly what more of the Hong Kong national team players need to do when wearing the black and red. It's been an issue against some of the highest ranked associates in Asia. Hong Kong, of course, played really well at the ACC Women's T20 Championship, but faltered in that game against Malaysia. In fact, even against Kuwait, could only muster 90 runs in 20 overs. That was really tough to cut off. Smacked away by Ikra Sahar. That's much, much better. Maybe she's listening to my commentary. Who knows? Jokes aside, 3rd boundary of her innings.
No ball as well. No ball for her.
And as pointed out by Nitesh Hemlani in the background, a waist-high full toss. It's a no ball and it's going to be a free hit. Good start here for LSW, going in excess of 10 runs and over. A reminder, you cannot change the field for a free hit. Down the track, smashed. Oh, that was tough on the half volley. And that flies into the extra cover boundary, 4th boundary of her innings. That's the first time we've seen a free hit travel to the boundary today. So a mini milestone for all of us. If you're just joining us, you've picked a good time to tune in. Ikra Sahar, she's into her innings, 4 boundaries so far. And the news from the middle, USRC won the toss, decided to bowl first. It's a hot, hot afternoon, and after this start, it's getting even hotter.
Shouldn't be in the Premier League, but
Runs in yet again, Gurkam Alcor. Full toss on the legs once again. Work to do here for deep mid-wicket. She's not going to cut it off. More boundaries. They continue to bleed runs, USRC. It's not easy bowling to someone when they're playing this well. And Ikra Sahar, if she keeps doing this, if she has a strong tournament, maybe a couple of 50s, hey, she's really pushing her case for inclusion as a regular member of Hong Kong's outfit. She's played a lot for Hong Kong, actually, since making her T20I debut last year in the UAE. That tournament, of course, was the T20 World Cup Asia qualifier. Hong Kong finishing 2nd in that tournament behind the UAE. To Hong Kong's credit, they were the only team to push UAE during that tournament. But for now, Gurkam Alcor. Perhaps a little wrong-footed there, Ikra Sahar. She was forward, she went back, and it's a dot ball. A nice way to close out the 3rd over, an expensive one, 17 runs off it, and 3 boundaries. 35 for no loss after 3.
Make sure when we do the team, it's USRC-Lantau WPL. Players are from here in this team, 19. We should make sure it's a combined team between USRC and Lantau.
So USRC just slightly behind the over rate at this point. They've taken 14 minutes to bowl the first 3 overs. And I guess a big part of that has been extras. Nonetheless, the left armour to continue from the other end. It's a little too short, shoveled into the leg side. Oh, they're looking for 2. Ikra Sahar takes one for the throw, makes it in nicely. Good early calling. That's what happens when you're decisive. These two, there's been a bit of a misunderstanding earlier in the innings between the two. Ikra Sahar very aggressive with that running. But you have to be careful. It's T20 cricket. Taking huge risks for just one single. That's turned away on the leg side. Good piece of fielding. A run out chance? Nope. Good early calling once again. It's been a feature of this partnership, that low dot ball percentage. They're scoring off nearly every single delivery. And as an opposition captain, there's nothing worse. Alishba Kanwal, she's probably thinking, how do I stop these runs? We have a fine-ish third man in the circle. We've got a fine leg in the circle as well. That is another full toss down to deep square leg. Ooh, that one has hit the square leg umpire. They're going to take an extra run for this one. Ikra Sahar, no mercy whatsoever. It's 2 more useful runs here for LSW. This USRC-Lantau CC combined 11. Under the cosh today. Hit down the ground, straight to the bowler. This is day 1 of the CHK Women's Premier League. And it's match number 2 for that course, HKCC, emerging victorious by 37 runs. And in this game, USRC-Lantau CC, the combined 11, won the toss and chose to bowl first. Much better down the ground. Does a good job off her own bowling. It's been a better over here from Myra Salim. Just 5 runs off the over so far. 1 delivery left. Full toss. Good piece of fielding mid-wicket. And a dot ball to close things out. That's the first over in innings without a boundary. Going exactly 10 runs and over after 4. Lil Taiwan off 40 for no loss after 4. USRC coach Imran Arif yelling out some encouragement. Here we go, start of the 5th over. Outside the off stump, and a little bit of exercise for the umpire. And a bonus run here for Lil Saiwan. Niaz Ali, the coach of Lantau CC, standing at deep square leg. This, of course, is a combined 11 between USRC and Lantau CC. Make no mistake, this Alishba Kanwal captained 11. They're underdogs in this tournament. But it's so important for their development to play against players in the national team setup. That's the only way you're going to get better. Much better. Much better from Alishba. And of course, Ikra Sahar has been the more aggressive and the more effective of the 2 opening partners. Shaminda Wikramasinghe yet to score her first boundary. It's a 5-4 leg side field. That's too much width. That's just pushed down the ground though. Perhaps an opportunity to go through the offside from Shaminda. There is a gap there between the fielder at cover and extra cover. So you beat the infield. Hey, you could easily pick up 2, 3, maybe even a boundary. The important thing for USRC-Lantau, yet to concede a boundary in this over. Worked away to deep square leg. It's just going to be a single. But it's so important in the power play. If you don't take early wickets, at the very least you stay disciplined. You limit the number of extras, limit the number of boundaries. And that's how you slowly work your way back into the game. Full. Quick single. And they're going to come through easily. Good calling here from Ikra Sahar. Decisive calling. The important thing. Three runs off this over so far. We have 2 deliveries left. Alishba Kanwal, a much better second over from her. Skipper of this combined 11. Deep mid wicket and deep square leg in position. Those are the 2 fielders outside the circle. And those fielders are going to be in play right now. Deep mid wicket. Ooh, a bit of a misfield. You got to get that long barrier out.
One shot.
There we go. Poor bit of cricket all round. 1 short. So they're only going to get 1 run for all their troubles. Shaminda Wickramasinghe. She's still going to be on strike. 44 for none. No boundaries have come in the last 2 overs. That's very important. Oh, that's full toss. That will be called no ball in all likelihood. It's running down to deep, fine leg. In fact, it signaled buys. That's interesting. Perhaps that one just dipping on the right-hander. Then again, all of you sitting at home, I'll let you make up your own mind. The important thing for LSW is 4 bonus runs. There we go. Ikra Sahar just inquiring with the umpire, saying that, hey, I guess that was a little high. The umpire disagrees. And I guess you can call that the commentator's curse. We were just talking up this USRC-Lantau combined 11. But that run rate continues to hover around 10 runs and over. 48 for no loss after 5. 1 over left in the power play. That's a very promising looking Manhattan if you are a Lil Saiwan supporter. That 3rd over disappearing for 17 runs. 3 boundaries for Ikra Sahar in the 3rd over. She's on strike. She wants to make use of this final power play over. Work to do here. Deep mid wicket runs around and cuts it off, but they get back for 2 nonetheless. Oh wow, that's a strong throw. Good stuff from the deep. Coming over the wicket, Marva Salim. Tries to go over the top. She clears mid-on. That's running down to the boundary. Yet another 4 for Ikra Sahar. That's really, really good intent. And amidst all this carnage, we missed the fact that 50 has come up for Lil Saiwan. They're now 54 for none. 4 deliveries left in the power play. Ikra Sahar 37 off 21. Speaking to women's head coach Chris Pickett off camera, he was talking about how he wants to see his players, he wants to see his batters getting their hands through the ball. Can't just be nudging it around, especially in the power play. Promising signs from Ikra Sahar. She gets some width. Play and a miss. Gonna have to load up again, Myra Salim. Myra Salim, not the first left armer we've seen today. From KCC. Sabargul from KCC with a round arm action. Had a tough first 3 overs, ended really well. Oh, that was a catching opportunity. Mid-wicket in the circle. Perhaps she should have been further back on the circle, but I'm just making excuses. It was definitely a catching chance. Ikra Sahar, she gets a life. .38 off 22, including 6 boundaries. Ikra Sahar, she's been severe on anything too short, too full. Still looking for their first wicket. USRC-Lantau. Big appeal. Perhaps just sliding down leg side. Nine off 14. Shaminda Wickramasinghe still looking for her first boundary. It's like 2 different games based on who's on strike. The important thing for Shaminda, she's still there. There we go, nudged away into the leg side. They're going to get 1. They're thinking about 2. No, they're not. Another good over here for Lil Saiwan. 9 runs off it. There's only 1 delivery left in the power play. And you better believe in the arc out the park. There we go. A full toss. Work to do here. Good stuff in the field. They're thinking about 2. They're going to come back easily. Taking 1 for the throw. And you can see the fatigue perhaps just showing on the face of Ikra Sahar. Jogging through for that second run. But a very good power play here for Lil Saiwan. After 6 overs, they're 59 for none. It's been a tough power play here for USRC-Lantau. 58 for no loss after winning the toss and choosing to field first. I gotta say, USRC-Lantau, some amazing footwear from a lot of the players. These pink, orange, I don't know what that color is. It's a beautiful shade. Into the leg side. Good stuff by mid-wicket. A run-out chance. Oh no, a stronger throw would have had Shaminda in trouble. Mahekdeep Kaur, the new bowler into the attack, the leading wicket taker in the school league. Mahekdeep Kaur. Right on the money. Nudged into the offside, an early call, a quick single. And of course that school tournament I was talking about. What a men's and women's league. It was a boys' league, absolutely. Mahekdeep Kaur, of course, also part of that pathway team. Getting a little tongue-tied after 4 consecutive hours of commentary. I hope you're not bored of my voice. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at j.singhani. Hit that bell icon, hit that subscribe button, and whenever we go live, you'll be the first to find out. How cool is that? Of course, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Cricket Hong Kong. Cricket is back in the 8-5-2. Turns that into a full toss. That's a good bit of batting. I guess that's a decent piece of fielding. She cuts off the boundary. Perhaps accidentally. I hope her knee is okay. Oof, I could hear that from here. Mahekdeep Kaur. Good start for her. Tossed up. Oh, they're going to get another quick single. Ikra Sahar, she's tired. She's going to have a role to play with the ball as well. Is down on her haunches. .64 for no loss. Just 6 runs off this over so far. Uses her feet yet again into the deep on the leg side. Deep mid-wicket. Runs around. It's going to be 2 more runs to the total for Ikra Sahar. She's getting closer and closer to that half century. She moves on to 44. The score moves on to 66 after 7 overs. And look at that. Very, very hot day here at Mission Road. Niaz Ali saying, hey, what are you doing? We're having a drinks break in 3 overs from now. Get off the field. Substitutes. I'm not interested. But a lot of quick running between the wickets, between this pair. It's going to take its toll, but that's why fitness is so important. Niaz Ali. Ooh, he's not having any of it. And of course, you have to request a drink from the umpires as well. Permission wasn't sought, so permission wasn't granted. Still looking for their first wicket, USRC-Lantau. Myra Salim into her last over. Ooh, that's not a good way to start off your last over. Down the leg side. In fact, it's been signaled no ball. No ball for height, without a doubt. And we're going to get a free hit.
No free hit.
Yep, there we go. That helicopter signal from the umpire. And whew, things getting from bad to worse here for USRC-Lantau. It's Ikra Sahar on strike for this free hit. She's on 44. Goes down into the leg side. It's just going to be a single. Shaminda Wickramasinghe on strike now. She's into double figures. Hasn't hit a boundary. But she's turning that strike over. And she's still there at the crease. Once again, down the ground, straight to the bowler. Ooh, a bit of a misfield there. Off her own bowling. 70 for no loss after 7.2 overs. A rollicking start here for LSW. Taiwan, without a doubt, they're going to want to start in style. That's exactly what they've done so far. That's a full toss. What a great sound. Oh, misfield there. A deep square again in this over. Yet another wide full toss. Another boundary in this innings. And we're going to get another free. So if you're Ikra Sahar, there's no way to get out off this ball unless, of course, 75 for no loss. That run on 4. A really good innings here from Ikra. Very aggressive innings. Boundaries, quick running, decisive calling as well. 50 off 29 boundaries, making a strong statement. Makey to get pushed up the order for Hong Kong. You never know. Nitesh Hemani, the stats guru to my right, pointing out the first 50 this of the Women's Premier League. Interesting appeal, that, and a run-out chance. Hishita Ganshani. In any case, 77 for no loss now. Sahar, what an innings. Flicked away inside. You better believe she's thinking about that 3-figure total. And Ikra Sahar, of course, has a lot of potential. Has taken the new ball for Hong Kong in their last 5 games during the ACC Women's T20 Championship. Hong Kong, of course, falling 13 runs short against Malaysia in a do-or-die winner-takes-all game. They missed out on a chance to make it to the Asia Cup, where they face... Oh, another run-out chance. Suicidal there. Lackadaisical running, and I think she's incredibly exhausted. She's getting a good round of applause, actually. Fantastic partnership. And I believe she's old as well, to account. Look at that, Ikra Sahar taking this opportunity a drink. But yes, strong partnership in the first 8 opening partnership. And you gotta say, Lil Saiwan definitely in the ascendancy right now. Look at that. Ellie wants a drink of coke now. Walking in at number 3, she's got a smile on her face. And Mariam Bibi, when she's in full flow, ooh, she's yet to make an impact with the national team. But I do remember close to 2 years ago, I think it was November 2020, 42 not out off 26 with 5 in the Women's Premier, which has now been renamed. It was a really good all-round performance that 2 years ago. And of course against Queen 4-8 game at the ACC Women's T20 Championship. Needed 41 off with 8 wickets in hand. Down the ground. Oh, that's definitely a bold chance, but it goes to ground. You've got to do better than that. You're never going to get an easier match than that. Ikra Sahar, a chance. Once again, that's into the leg side. Work to here for long on. Does well. Collects. Mariam Bibi. She wanted an extra run. Ikra Sahar says no. Mariam Bibi on strike for the first time today. There we go. Just where on the offside. Back for 2. And from Mohammad Ramos saying, hey, run out. The only wicket to fall so far. Tries to go over the top, a catching chance. That goes second drop catch of the over. And you gotta say, move station. I put it down. You get a nice strong Gurkamal Kaur. That was a very easy catch. Second drop of the over. Ikra Sahar goes leg side. Has she found the gap? No, she hasn't. It makes no mistake on this occasion. 83 for 1. 1 delivery left in the 9th over. It's been nicked through. She's dismissed cheaply. She'll have to walk back to that dugout. And a second wicket in quick succession. 83 for 1 after 9 overs. For Lil Saiwan is Ikra Sahar is still at the crease. Every opportunity. Drinks are coming to the field. Cold drinks are coming onto the field. USRC coach Imran with some cold refreshment his players. Niaz Ali, of course, the coach of Lantau Cricket Club. And this is AC in Lantau. Of course, captained by Alishba Kanwal. One of the pathway players that we see in the... along with Mahikdeep Kaur, who just picked up a good bit of bowling going on with the arm. Maybe some natural variation. Two after 9 overs. National team player Shad walks in at number 4. Lawson, without a doubt, would have been eyeing the regional 100 at the start of this innings. It was a straw play for them. Straight down the ground, mid-off. Will not be able to prevent the single. New bowler in Anangan. It's a good start as well. Ikra Sahar, of course, reached her 15 deliveries. Shanzeen Shehzad practicing that high elbow cover drive. Too short. Just behind square on the leg side. It's going to be an easy single. So there you have it. Shanzeen, she gets off the mark. Nice to feel bat on ball and get runs off your very first delivery. Christina Manangan for that third wicket for USRC-Lantau. That's a catch. Oh, you've got to take those. Yet another drop catch in this innings, and we're going to get overthrown. There we go. The dugout. Come on, Saiwan. 87 for 2 now. We're halfway through this 10th over. That run for Lil Saiwan close to 9 at got a 6-3 leg side field. Apologies, a 5-4 leg side field. If you have a leg side dominant field and you give the batters any width, you're asking for trouble. That's put away. There we go. A wicked amount of spin by leg. And another boundary here for it. Another waist high full toss. Another no ball. Perhaps hoping for some cloud cover, some respite. Has a wild swing at it. Another no ball. She's at this free hit. And a reminder, with a free hit and can stay exactly where they are. And you see Christina Manangan running back to her bowling team is behind the over 8 at this time. Ooh, tries to go down the ground. A bit of a misfield there from square leg. They're going to come back for 2. Ikra Sahar. She's not going to waste any opportunity to pick up an extra run or 2. No different on this occasion. That run rate getting closer and closer to 10 runs per over. That's wide, a play and a miss. The umpire, he's unmoved. And a big thank you to our sponsors, Gencor. This the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League. Gencor, they've supported cricket and women's cricket in Hong Kong for such a long time. That's into the leg side. Oh, another catching opportunity. They're going to get back for 2. Yes, an easy 2. But yes, a big thank you to Gencor, our sponsors in this tournament. And now up to 10 overs. That score rattling along to 98 for 2. And finally, the players, all the fielders and all the batters, so happy to be getting a nice cold drink of water. Don't go too far. We'll be back with you in around 3 or 4 minutes from now, I beg your pardon, for the second half of this innings.
Hello everyone, we are back live after the drinks break. Jay Dansangani is taking a bit of a breather, so I'm filling in for him until he returns. Thus I won 98 for 2 at the halfway stage. And it looks like it might be my Deep core to pick up after the drinks break. Really good start for this I won, powered by Sahar. 64 of just 40 balls. Plenty of time here to turn up if she can get stuck in. Shenzin Shahzad accomplished the Saiwan batter, strong domestic record, captaining the team, keeping. She's in a number 4, getting her eye in. And Jay's back, so I'll hand over to his capable hands.
So there you have it. It seems like I haven't missed a single delivery. And I don't blame the players for taking an extended drinks break. It is absolutely scorching here at Mission Road, the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Into the leg side, work to do here for square leg, deep square leg, I beg your pardon. It's just going to be a single. Sahar, she is the headline act so far, not just in this game, but on day 1 of the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League. It's 33 degrees Celsius. That is hot. That's guided away behind square on the leg side. I beg your pardon. They're going to come back for 2. And with that, Lil Saiwan, they bring up 100. So the score 100, exactly 100 for 2 after 10.2 overs.
Should be 101, right? They took 2.
101 for 2, I beg your pardon. Tossed up, pushed into the offside. No single on offer. I gotta say, Deep Kaur has been the pick of the bowlers so far for USRC-Lantau. Tossed up, goes into the leg side. This could be a catching opportunity. Nope. Deep mid-wicket. That ball just getting stuck in her hand with that throw from the deep. Nonetheless, they only pick up 2 runs. Shenzin Shahzad shadow batting, practicing that shot. She was thinking about going aerial, just pulled out of that one at the last moment, nudges it into the offside for a single. You can see that, a high back lift, perhaps a bit premeditated there from Shenzin Shahzad, but at the end of the day you have 8 wickets in hand, just over 9 overs left. You can afford to throw caution to the wind. Sahar, the star of the show. Play and a miss. Perhaps if Sarah Taylor or Amy Jones was behind stumps, that could have been a stumping. Nonetheless, a good over here for Deep. Just 6 runs off it, 104 for 2 after 11. And we have a change in bowling. Preksha Dugar into the attack. And she's definitely looking for that breakthrough, that 3rd wicket for USRC-Lantau. Shenzin Shahzad looking leg side, assessing her options. That's a full toss, swept away. This could be her first boundary. Absolutely it is. Shenzin Shahzad gets in on the boundary count. And her score moves on to 6 off 4 deliveries. A tidy little start here for Shenzin. Shanzeen Shehzad has, of course, gotten a lot of opportunities with the national team. And with all the opportunities she's been given, by this point you'd be expecting her to make an impact in international cricket. It's been a consistent performer on the domestic scene, but at the end of the day, it's international cricket. Playing in pathway tournaments, that's when you have to perform. Swept away yet again. This time, the fielder's back on the rope and makes no mistake. In fact, they're going to come through for a second run. And if you're USRC-Lantau at this point, you have to explore the possibility of fielding in pairs, maybe a relay throw. That's a very long boundary out there. This is the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. We know this. The square boundaries are the longest boundaries here. Fielding is definitely a team effort. Yep, signal to no ball. It bounced twice before reaching the batter. And there you go, not for the first time in this innings, a free hit. Shanzeen Shehzad, the recipient on this occasion. She can do whatever she wants with this delivery. No consequences, just don't run yourself out. 5-4 leg side field. With, she slashes at it, it's going to run away to the boundary. You cannot afford to give the right-hander any width when you only have 4 fielders on the offside. In fact, that's just slowed up a tad. But Shanzeen Shehzad gets through for 3 in any case. So much happening with that delivery. 1 short. We thought it was going to be a boundary. We thought it was 3. It's just 2 runs. And cricket, some of your rules are very strange. Ikra Sahar will be on strike. There you go. Ah, a bit of a misfield again on that boundary rope. And it's signaled for. Oh, you hate to see that as a bowler. Deep mid wicket, it was an easy cut off there.
One short run. Click in, where is it? In here. See this spot? Yeah.
And that 1 short one has sent the scorers scrambling. An absolute nightmare for the scorers. 1 short run. Again, a full toss. Could this be another boundary? No, it's cut off. And once again, they take an extra run for the throw here. USRC, you've got to field in pairs. Whenever you're faced with a long throw from the boundary, if you have a team picking you up, just parry it into them. Yes, I'm sure you can hear a little bit of commotion in the background. That 1 short run earlier in the over, an absolute nightmare. Look at that, into the leg side. They're thinking about 2. No, they're not. Ikra Sahar says, I am far too tired for this. Ikra Sahar on 75 off 46. Shanzeen Shehzad into double figures, 10 off 7. The score, 119 for 2 after 12. This is a very, very important partnership in the context of this innings. Ikra Sahar, she's going strong. Shanzeen Shehzad looking pretty good herself. If you're USRC-Lantau right now, if you break this partnership, it makes a huge difference to that final expected total. But for now, it's Ikra Sahar on strike. Into the leg side, work to do here. Deep square leg, cuts that off. Once again, they're going to run an extra run for the throw. Oh, tries to turn that into a full toss. Mahikdeep Kaur Not for the first time today, close to dismissing Ikra Sahar. Not to be the pick of bowlers for USRC-Lantau today. A pathway player, of course. Into the leg side. That deep square leg has been incredibly busy. Oh, those football skills not working on this occasion. Surely you had to use your hands. Yet another boundary for Ikra Sahar. .74 off 48 now. 10 boundaries in her innings.
78.
Apologies, 78 off 48. That's the thing about Ikra Sahar. These boundaries are coming thick and fast. I am losing count. Tossed up. Ooh, plays inside the line of that one. Big appeal. Square leg. He's unmoved. USRC-Lantau, they really needed that breakthrough. They're not going to get it. 126 for 2. We're into 13th. She's thinking about 3 figures. Imagine that. She brought up the first 50. League. She could get the first 100 as well. Look at that. Ikra Sahar, strong start to her tournament. Reminder of what's at stake. It's a 5-team tournament, a single round-robin group stage, and a final between the top 2 on the 16th of October. That's pushed to mid-off, I beg your pardon. Just a single. Look at that, Ikra Sahar. You get to keep strike for the next over. 127 for 2 now after 13. Punch of the gloves between Shanzeen Shehzad and Ikra Sahar. It's been a very, very good day out for Ikra Sahar.
Yes, I want.
There you go, Shanzeen Shehzad, the skipper. On strike, that is definitely a no ball. Deep mid-wicket, oh no! Things going from bad to worse for USRC-Lantau. It's a learning experience, of course. They will get better. The more you play against tough opposition, against these national team players, the better you're going to get. That's just how it works. There you have it. The umpire, he's about to signal a free hit. Absolutely. That helicopter signal. There you go, the square leg umpire just reminding the fielders that you're not allowed to change position. It's a free hit. If the same batter is on strike, you cannot change positions. Ikra Sahar into the 80s now. Yet another boundary just now. Will that be consecutive boundaries? Deep mid-wicket. Lets that go through her hands yet again. It's one of those things. 1 misfield, 2 misfields, and it just seems like the ball is following you around. And I wonder if Alishba Kanwal should consider a change in the field, or the fielders swapping. I beg your pardon. .87 now. Ikra Sahar getting closer and closer to that magical 3-figure total. Guides that away into the offside. An easy single brings the captain Shanzeen Shehzad back on strike. And amidst all this madness, we missed the fact that Alishba Kanwal is back into the attack, the captain. That's too short. Pulled away into the leg side, just in front of square. Yet another misfield. And yet another boundary. Shanzeen Shehzad, she has no complaints whatsoever. 21 off 12 for Shanzeen.
18 of 10. That one's not up to date.
Apologies, 18 off 10 for Shanzeen. Nudged away into the leg side. It should be an easy single. They're thinking about two. Nah, they decide against it, and wisely so. Mahekdeep Kaur runs around and cuts that off. You have to give it up to Mahekdeep Kaur, the most impressive of USRC-Lantau's bowlers so far today. In spite of her efforts, Lil Saiwan firmly in control of this contest. Full toss, bang! Good work there from deep square leg. They're thinking about two. Yes, they're going to come back for it. It's a very, very long throw from the deep.
Can you grab my phone? That's what I'm saying. This doesn't matter. She's on 21 and I've just updated the 21.
Look at that. She's down on her haunches. Ikra Sahar.
Check, I switched.
Cricket has been severely disrupted by the pandemic here in Hong Kong over the last 2.5 years. I say the pandemic, but I believe we're in the epidemic era right now. But forgive my technicalities. Ooh, a play and a miss. Ikra Sahar getting closer and closer to 100. Look at that, I'm getting notifications on Facebook and on Twitter. And of course, if you want to help us grow women's cricket, grow awareness around women's cricket in Hong Kong, share this link on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on WhatsApp with your friends and family. Let them know that Ikra Sahar is approaching 100. That's slashed away into the offside. That's going to be an easy boundary. There we go, just about. Trickling into the boundary rope.
It was that end of over thing that you were talking about. You know,
There you go, 94 off 57 for Ikra Sahar. The score moves on to 149 for 2 after 14 overs. And that's the scary thing here for this USRC-Lantau combined 11. How do you stop the runs? Absolutely bleeding runs at this stage, USRC-Lantau. It's a baptism of fire for them. Quite literally, if you think about it. It's a sweltering day here at Mission Road. I gotta say, at the start of this broadcast, my jeans were slim fit. They're sticking to my body like skinny fit. It's incredibly hot and humid here in Hong Kong. 33 degrees, that's the official temperature. The app on my phone is showing. Feels like 42. Oh, that's a little uppish. Ooh, nasty bounce, but does well mid-off. So it's just going to be a single.
let's see. It was, I don't know how this let's see how it's going to go.
Look at that. She's on 94, Ikra Sahar. One maximum away from that 100. Guided away into the offside. She's found the gap, in fact, between cover and backward point. And she's going to come back for an easy 2. And you got to say, easy pick. 4 fielders out there on the offside. You give any width, especially to someone who's well set, who's playing really well. Ikra Sahar, you're going to get punished. Down the ground, quick single. They make it through very easily. Gurkamal Kaur with a pair of misfields just moments ago. She's going to want to make amends with the ball. Here she is. Oh, it's a low full toss and put away by Shanzeen Shehzad. That's running away to the boundary, and it gets there quite easily. Loud cheers here from the dugout. Lil Saiwan, they've had so much to cheer for in this inning so far. It's been a different story for USRC-Lantau. That score now 157. And we're just in the 15th over here. Ikra Sahar on 97, 3 away from her century, but she's not on strike. Shanzeen goes bang into the leg side. Good piece of fielding, deep mid-wicket. Sweet sound off the bat yet again. Into the leg side. They're going to pick up 2. And that moves Ikra Sahar on to 99. Ikra Sahar on 99. She's going to have to wait for that 100. She's going to be at the non-striker's end. It's the end of the over. 160 for 2, Lil Saiwan. They're looking at something in the region of 210, 215 if you're USRC-Lantau. Oof. I'm not really sure how you stop the bleeding at this point in time. A good start, of course, would be discipline with the ball and discipline in the field. 30 deliveries left in this contest. That's plenty of time for Ikra Sahar to get to her century. She's on 99 and expect a loud cheer from the dugout if and when she does get there. That's lifted into the leg side. Catching chance. Doesn't go for it. They're looking at getting back for 2 and they get back for it. That's quite selfless as well from Ikra Sahar. She would have been in trouble had there been a better throw to the non-striker's end. Interesting shot there from Shanzeen Shehzad. Perhaps a little premeditated. Dragging that from outside off stump. Oh no, another no ball. And I think that's a double bounce no ball this time. Tanushi Shah, the new bowler into the attack. Not the best start for her. Shanzeen Shehzad gets yet another free hit. She's 27 off 16 with 3 boundaries. That could be yet another no ball. That's put away easily to deep fine leg. She gets a boundary. And no, that one just dipping on the right-hander, so not a no ball. But the important thing for LSW, those boundaries keep coming. 28 deliveries still left in this innings. USRC-Lantau. It's been a bit of a forgettable day for them, you have to say. And put away yet again. The fielder on the rope, unable to deal with that. Hands on her hips. Down. At the second boundary of the over. Tanushi Shah. Yet another full toss. $171 for 2. Oh dear Lord. This could be yet another boundary. But no, there are reinforcements in place this time. There we go. Shouts of Aja, Aja, come, come. We're taking that second run. Shanzeen Shehzad, 2 more runs to her account. She moves on to 37 off 19 deliveries. That strike rate of hers, close to 200. That's 2 runs per ball. Down the leg side, the umpire gets some exercise, and it's a bonus run for Lil Taiwan. Ikra Sahar, she's stuck on 99 at the other end. Here, a change of angle coming around the wicket, smashed. Where's that gone? That goes down the ground and it goes for 4, mid-off, no chance. She gave up all hope of chasing that down. Look at that, 41 off 20 now. Shanzeen Shehzad, she's got 6 boundaries in her knock so far. You gotta say, it's been a captain's knock so far. But credit has to go to Ikra Sahar, 99 off 60 deliveries. She's the one who started the fire. And Shanzeen Shehzad has poured gasoline all over it. And it's USRC-Lantau feeling the burn right now. That's into the leg side. Could this be another boundary? They cross over for 1. Are they thinking about 2? No, sent back. Look at that, Shanzeen Shehzad. She steals the strike for the next over yet again. Ikra Sahar will continue waiting for that opportunity to get 100. Just 4 overs left here in the first innings at Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. The score now, after 16 overs, is 179 for 2.
The screen is blacking out.
What screen?
The laptop.
No, the laptop, the camera.
The camera.
I'm just gonna mute the mic.
Switch off the power to there for a bit.
So here we go, 4 long overs left for USRC-Lantau. It's a combined 11. And one of the coaches, Lantau CC's coach, Niaz Ali, is one of the umpires today. Imran Arif, to my left, has been screaming encouragement to his players throughout the innings. Has been running onto the field with cold drinks as well. 33 degrees Celsius right now. That's incredibly hot. I don't care who you are. 180 now. We have 23 deliveries left in this innings. Ikra Sahar on 99. Full toss. It's signal to no ball. She's going to get to 100. She gets through for a single. Comes back for 2. Ikra Sahar, what a fantastic innings. 13 boundaries in her innings so far. Anything too full, anything too short. She's been so severe on it. Scored the first 50 of the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League. Make that the first 100. Gets a warm hug from skipper Shanzeen Shehzad, and rightfully so. She's been there from the start, Ikra Sahar. And you'd have to imagine pushing a strong case to be promoted up the order for the national team. A big grin on Ikra Sahar's face. She's going to have a role to play with the ball as well. But for now, still 22 deliveries left in this innings. And yes, you guessed it, yet another free hit. I apologize, 23 deliveries left in this innings. Ikra Sahar looking for another boundary. Full toss. Will this find the boundary? Well fielded. Just 2 runs. Ikra Sahar now moving on to 103. It's been a very stylish knock. Merciless. She's run really well between the wickets. Early calling. Ooh, plays inside that one. That's a rare blemish in an otherwise impressive knock. And look at that. Signaled no ball again.
No ball.
For what?
I think I have no idea.
There
No
might be
ball.
5 inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Why do we need a 6th one?
That was wrong call.
Have they been penalized for the time?
That's shoveled into the leg side, into deep square leg. That no ball was for too many fielders being outside the circle. But I have a feeling they were actually well within their right to have 5 fielders outside the circle.
Now they have 6.
Nonetheless, we're still just in the 17th over. Full toss. That's edged away to third man. Just a single. Shanzine 44 off 23, 6 boundaries in her knock. And that's the thing for Little Saiwan. Even when they're not getting the boundary, they're scoring off nearly every single delivery. Dot balls have been few and far between for USRC-Lantau. Mistimes that, but that goes to mid-on, and it's a single. Mahekdeep Kaur doing the fielding on that occasion. She's been very, very impressive with the ball, Mahekdeep, the pick of the bowlers so far.
3 fielders can be inside.
Is that a wicket? Yes, absolutely. I was a bit blinded there. But bowled around her legs, Shanzine Shehzad, so some respite here for USRC-Lantau. This combined 11, they pick up their 3rd wicket. It's not going to mean too much. 189 for 3 after 17 overs. They're in big, big trouble here, USRC-Lantau.
Yeah, so. Yes.
It's incredibly hot here at the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. And just confirmation on why that delivery just moments ago was signaled no ball. It's because USRC-Lantau CC are behind on their over rate, so they were penalized for that, and the penalty is you can only have 3 fielders outside the circle. So we called it correctly. There were only 4 fielders outside the circle, and that is allowed in usual circumstances, but not when you're behind on that over rate. So 189 for 3, things going from bad to worse for USRC-Lantau.
I think they changed the keeper as well. Mahek is keeping out. And the usual keeper is sitting outside, so I don't know if they're going to field with 4 or 10.
We have a change in wicketkeeper as well. Mahekdeep Kaur is now behind the stumps.
Mahek is keeping out the other one. Yeah, that's right.
There we go, false start here for Tanushi.
What does it say? Substitute to this time. Yeah.
Substitute wicket.
No, no, replace from Lynch. This one.
Coming around the wicket this time. Ooh, bit of a top edge. Oh, it's going to land safely. They're going to come back for a single. Ikra Sahar just slowing down a tad perhaps in her innings, but you can't blame her. She's been fantastic today. Put away the loose deliveries. She's gotten a lot of loose deliveries, you have to admit. A lot of full tosses so far in this innings. The new batter at the crease, the left-handed Nibodika Dilhani. Goes into the leg side. She's going to get off the mark with a single. Oh, bit of a run-out chance maybe. Ikra Sahar sweating absolute bullets right now. It's not easy in these sweltering conditions. We've said it before, we'll say it again. Such a large break in this cricketing calendar at Cricket Hong Kong. Coming around the wicket, tries to turn it into a full toss. A very optimistic appeal. Not easy to get an LBW decision when you're right arm around the wicket. That's wide and slashed away into the offside. It's a slowish outfield, but it races to the rope nonetheless. So yet another boundary here for Ikra Sahar. An easy put away, you have to say. Look at that, 110 off 68 deliveries. 14 boundaries in her knock as well. She's run very, very hard. I wonder what type of role is she going to play with the ball. It's tough to imagine her bowling all 4 overs after this marathon effort. She's batted throughout the innings, 14 deliveries left in this 20 over allotment. Into the leg side, deep square leg, gets down, cuts it off. They get back for 1, they're looking for 2 and they're going to get there. Look at that, beautiful graphics at the top right hand corner of your screen. Two more runs. Jersey number 3, Ikra Sahar, plays for the national team. Opened the bowling for Hong Kong in their last 5 T20Is. She's absolutely exhausted. Batting outside her crease. Whack. Oh, the fatigue just starting to show. Didn't get all of her energy into that ball. Oh, she's coming back for 2. Oh, look at that. She can barely get back. She has run herself ragged in this knock so far. It's the end of yet another over. 199 for 3. Lil Saiwan. Janie Tagaro to continue from the other end. Put away. Square on the leg side. It's going to beat that fielder out in the deep. Is it going to go for 4? Absolutely. And it's yet another no ball. 200 up now for Lil Saiwan. They move on to 204. We still have 12 deliveries left in this innings. Left-hander with her first boundary. Janie Zagaro, pressure on her from the get-go. Free hit coming up. Into the leg side yet again. It's not going to be consecutive boundaries. Deep square leg cuts that off. In fact, it's signaled no ball yet again.
Change of field 1, that's why. Oh, it's in the field, that's why.
There you go, USRC. They changed the field yet again. You're not allowed to change the field.
Now Niaz is wrong because they're playing with 10 fielders and the rule is 3 outside. It's not about
No, they changed the field setting on a free hit.
Yeah, they changed fields.
Yeah.
Oh, tries to go after that one. Ikra Sahar, they're going to scamper through for a cheeky leg by. But like we said, with a free hit, you're not allowed to change the field.
Wide.
Oh dear Lord, groans and moans in the background. I don't know if you picked that up. But it's a wide delivery, so it's going to be yet another free hit.
CC.
It's still a free hit. Why is he changing the field?
And look at that again. This time, a change of field is allowed. The batter is crossed. It's not the same batter on strike.
Oh, jeez.
And that's going to be yet another free hit. Things going from bad to worst. Janie Zagaro, you got to feel for her. No one does this on purpose. But sometimes when you're under the pressure, you're feeling the heat, you make these mistakes.
Is it oversized? Is he over got a ball in it?
No legal deliveries in this over so far. 11 runs off it. Ikra Sahar chases that one. That's into the offside. That beats the fielder there at mid-on. But thankfully it slows up as it approaches the boundary. 2 runs here for Lil Saiwan. Well behind the over rate now, USRC. Oh, misses that one. Mishits that one, rather. They scamper through for a single nonetheless. Ikra Sahar, that score continuing to grow for her. She's now on to 117. 10 deliveries left. 10 legal deliveries left. Janie Tagaro around the wicket. Over the wicket, I beg your pardon. Smashed into the offside. Work to do here for the fielder at mid-on, who runs around, but she's unable to cut off the 2. Look at that, Ikra Sahar. Fantastic running between the wickets. Oh, she's down on her knees. She's absolutely exhausted. She's egging herself on, saying, Ikra, you gotta finish this innings. Nine deliveries left. 215 for 2. For 3, I beg your pardon. Down the leg side, more runs. It's a bonus run to go with the wide delivery. 2 bonus runs in total for Lil Saiwan. That's too wide, goes over the top. She's found the gap and it's going to run away to the boundary. So there you go, another boundary in this over for Sahar this time, making the most of the width on offer. Not over the top, and rightfully so. You have 7 wickets in hand, Lil Saiwan. She moves into the 120s, 15 boundaries in her innings so far. She's on 121. Around half of her runs have come in boundaries. The other half, she's run 61 runs today. That's crazy. That's down the leg side, signaled wide. They say in T20 cricket, a non-boundary strike rate around 70-75 is fantastic. Her non-boundary strike, she scored off nearly every single delivery, and you can say the same thing about this Lil Saiwan unit as a whole. Janie Tagaro, just 1 delivery left in the spell that goes into the leg side. It's just a single. In fact, I've clearly lost count. 1 more delivery left in this over. Never ending over here for Janie Tagaro. You got a feel for her. Full tosses, no balls for a variety of reasons. Numerous free hits, wide deliveries. That's down the leg side. I don't think this will be signaled wide. There you go, leg by signaled from the umpire. But the important thing strike for the 20 over. Lil Saiwan, 1 over left in this innings. They stand at an imposing 225 for 3. Ikra Sahar, she's into the 120s. Gets a pat on the head from Nibotika Dilhani, and rightfully so. 121 off 74 deliveries. It's been one heck of a knock here from the opener, the genuine all-rounder, the Hong Kong national team player, Ikra Sahar. She's got her hand on her hips, trying to catch a breath. Only 6 deliveries left for Ikra Sahar to bat out the entire innings. But that's not her main priority. Her main priority is to get as many boundaries away as possible. Can she get 2 boundaries, 3 boundaries in this over? And with the unenviable task of bowling this last over to a well-set batter, Tanushi Shah. It's been a tough day at the office for her. You can say the same thing about this entire USRC-Lantau CC combined 11. Down the leg side, chases it. A bit of a misfield will allow them to scamper through for a single. I say scamper, or I should really say hobble through for a single. You can't blame Ikra Sahar. 75 balls she's faced in this knock. She's enjoyed the lion's share of the strike, and rightfully so. Been so good at getting those boundaries away, turning 1s into 2s. 5 deliveries left. Tanushi around the wicket.
No.
Oh no, yet another no ball.
Off the pitch.
This time a no ball for bowling off the pitch. So many free hits in this innings, I've completely lost count. And free hits for a variety of reasons as well. USRC-Lantau, their players will definitely learn from this experience. That's in the air. Nobody there at mid-off. Long off is back on the rope, runs in and cuts it down to just a single. That's a good call there from Nitesh Hemani. Alishba, the skipper, has bowled just 3 overs today. Oh, that one just coming into the right-hander. That was interesting. Coming from around the wicket, Tanushi. The important thing for USRC-Lantau, no boundaries in this over so far. Into the leg side. Oh, a bit of a misfield. Is that going to cross that boundary rope? Oh, the fielder, you cannot give up. Looks like the fielder out in the deep, just absolutely exhausted. The shoulders have dropped here for USRC-Lantau CC, and you can see why. It's one of those things in cricket. A bad 10 or 15 minutes can translate to a bad innings. Ooh, a play and a miss, and signaled wide. Still 2 deliveries left in this, the first innings. If you're just joining us, USRC-Lantau CC won the toss, decided to bowl first. And, LSW, it's been their day so far. Ikra Sahar, the headline act, 123 off 76. Fine leg. Can you cut this off? Can you get a run out? Absolutely exhausted, this team. Very, very tough in these conditions. .233 for 3, last ball of the innings. That's into the leg side. Deep square leg, runs around, and she's gonna cut it off. They come back for 1. You've got to go back for the second run. You have nothing to lose. Ikra Sahar, she has the right idea, picks up another 2s. And there you have it, Little Saiwan end on an imposing 235 for 3. The headline act, of course, Ikra Sahar. She finishes on 125 of 77 deliveries. USRC-Lantau hasn't been the best day for them so far. I must say the pick of the bowlers for them. But look at that. It's taken more than 100 minutes to bowl the overs in this innings. It's been very, very tough here for USRC-Lantau CC, but it is a process. Don't go too far. We'll be back with you in around 9 minutes from now for the second innings. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dansinghani. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at JDansinghani. Hit that bell icon, hit that subscribe button, and follow us across our social media platforms on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'll see you in around 9 minutes from now.
Everyone deserves a chance.
An opportunity.
And an equal playing field. To reach their full potential.
This is about courage.
This is about determination. This is about the opportunity to be the best you can be.
No matter what.
It doesn't matter where you are from, the color of your skin,
Or what gender you identify with.
You are entitled to a fair break.
We are pushing the boundaries. We are challenging the areas where opportunity is lacking.
If we have to disrupt, we will.
Because we haven't come this far
Or just to come this far.
Everyone deserves a break.
A fair break.
Welcome to the second innings between the USRC-Lantau CC and Lil Saiwan. The news from the middle, of course, is that USRC-Lantau CC won the toss, decided to bowl first. They conceded 235 for 3 in that first innings. A brilliant century from Ikra Sahar, the headline act. Contributions as well from Shanzeen Shehzad. And look at that, the USRC-Lantau CC batters still in the dugout having those conversations. It's not going to be easy to chase this down. You feel like the result is a foregone conclusion. And you can see Mariam Bibi just warming up. Lil Saiwan, they're ready to go, and you can see exactly why. Firmly in the ascendancy today. This is game 2 of the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League. And I have to say a big thank you to Osbons. They've been so supportive of Hong Kong cricket for such a long time, and of female cricket in Hong Kong as well. The women's game in Hong Kong keeps going from strength to strength. And of course, that one word, fair break. The Fair Break Invitational, hopefully we're keeping our fingers crossed, takes place in April next year in Hong Kong. That first edition, hosted earlier this year in Dubai, was a roaring success. 12 Hong Kong players played in that tournament. The likes of Betty Chan, Carrie Chan, Yazda Swani, Mariko Hill, Ruchi Venkatesh, Ikra Sahar, the Centurion from earlier today. She was at the Fair Break Invitational as well for the Barmy Army. And just as I say that, we are just about ready to get underway here at the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. The sun has finally taken a break, and I sure hope that this cloud cover doesn't stick around for too long. Here we go, Mariam Bibi with the first ball. Mahekdeep Kaur on strike. Oh, playing a miss. Bit of a shaky start there. Mariam Bibi, we talked about it earlier in the broadcast. In the first game, in fact, we mentioned this. 4 for 8 versus Kuwait at the ACC Women's T20 Championship. At one point, Kuwait needed 41 runs to win in 9 overs. They had 8 wickets in hand. Mariam Bibi chipping in with 4 for 8. Absolutely changed the game for Hong Kong that day. Here we go, Mariam Bibi. That's short, that's wide, that's signaled wide as well. Hong Kong women's head coach Chris Pickett, more affectionately known as Wilson, he identified this as an area to work on for Mariam Bibi and even Ikra Sahar. Too many extras from that Little Saiwan pair in games gone by. But you have to say, Mariam Bibi, fantastic contribution in the ACC Women's T20 Championship in Malaysia. Top wicket taker with 8 wickets. Oh, a play and a miss. That one perhaps keeping a tad low. Oohs and ahs from Mariam Bibi. Missed out with a bat earlier today. She wants to make amends with the ball. You better believe that. A genuine all-rounder, has a lot of potential for the national team. And perhaps in that genuine all-rounder category, we've got to add the name of Ikra Sahar, the Centurion, the headline act from that first innings. That's Fuller. Signaled wide. No complaints from the bowler, and rightfully so. For the second time in this over, 2 wide of off stump, and she's penalised. Mahekdeep Kaur looking for her first runs off the bat. Yet another wide delivery. Mariam Bibi, she's got the new ball today. It's not a role she plays for Hong Kong. You have to say, Mariam Bibi, as one of the best players in this Little Saiwan lineup, she's got to do better than this. That's slightly better, still a little too wide. And Mahekdeep Kaur just shadow batting, practicing that shot. Looked like she was trying to guide it away behind square on the offside. Not a lot of pace available on this wicket, so an interesting option. That's fuller, but it's still wide. Look at that, 3 wide deliveries. The over rates from both teams not great so far. And a big reason for that is all the extras that have been bowled. In a way, it is kind of tough. Such a long break away from cricket. The cricketing calendar in Hong Kong has been severely disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Apologies, the endemic. Here we go, pushed into the offside. No run. It was great to see cricket being played in Hong Kong, cricket being streamed from Hong Kong once again. As a city, we are transitioning into endemicity, or at least that is the hope. Ooh, wide delivery, fishing at that one. The umpire, he was thinking about it, decided against it. 4 runs off this over. Every single one of those 4 runs has come in the form of a wide delivery. Needless to say, if you want to push the leading associate nations in Asia and in the world, you cannot bowl 4 wides in an over. Oh, that's brilliant, Mariam Bibi. Look at that. Squared up Mahekdeep Kaur. We're waiting for the signal from the umpire. No signal. Look at that. That was edged. It was a chance. A good way to end the over for Mariam Bibi. 5 runs off it. 5 for no loss after 1. And interestingly, it's Ikra Sahar, the Centurion, to continue from the other end. It'll be interesting to see if she bowls out all 4 of her overs. Was gasping for breath, was down on her haunches on more than one occasion in that first innings, and you can't blame her. A marathon innings from start to finish. She opened the batting, she was there at the end. Scored the first 50 of the tournament and scored the first century of the tournament as well. Got 5-4 offside field. Fine leg and third man on the boundary. Ikra Sahar. That's short. Ooh, an inside edge. Mahekdeep Kaur. Ooh, perhaps getting lucky there. That could have gone on to the stumps. Good energy here from Ikra Sahar. Good start. She's definitely been the headline act so far on day 1. Look at that. A very loud Mariam Bibi saying pressure on the batsman. The batter, rather. Play and a miss. Mariam Bibi not using gender neutral language on that occasion. That's okay. Just pulling her leg. It was a good end to the first over there from Mariam Bibi, squaring up Mahekdeep Kaur. Just 1 run off the bat so far. Ikra Sahar, she started well. Once again, back of length, pushed into the offside. They scamper through for a single. Good early call. You love to see that. And Christina Manangan on a strike right now. Yet to face a single delivery. And interestingly, does not choose to ask the umpire for a guard. Swing and a miss. Looking at bat on ball nice and early in her innings. I know it's so tempting. That's exactly what I would do as well, but taking her eyes off that delivery. 2 balls left in the second over. A mammoth 236 runs to chase in 20 overs for this combined USRC-Lantau CC11. Into the offside. They're looking for that run. A run-out chance of the non-strikers, and she does not gather. Ikra Sahar not happy with herself. And look at that one just stinging her fingers as well. A clean collection would have seen Lil Saiwan pick up their first wicket of the innings. Not to be, however. Got mid-on, mid-wicket and square leg in the circle on the leg side. A swing and a miss. That closes out the second over. The score remains 6 for no loss after 2. The required run rate now close to 13 runs per over. It's not going to be easy at all. You get the sense, of course, that this result, it's just a foregone conclusion. But the important thing for USRC-Lantau CC is getting that time out in the middle. We've got a handful of spectators out here in attendance, braving the heat. Luckily for them, of course, the sun has subsided. Still incredibly warm here at the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. As you can see, that dugout there, Lil Saiwan. We have a bit of break in play. Christina Manangan just having a bit of an issue with her helmet. USRC-Lantau CC, of course, the underdogs in this tournament. And for them, it's a learning opportunity. We saw them on so many occasions in that first innings, getting penalized for bowling no balls. The waist high no balls. No balls for too many fielders outside the circle. No balls for fielders moving around for a free hit when they weren't supposed to. Too many free hits, too many extras. Mariam Bibi bowling 4 wides in her first over. Third over of the innings. Oh, playing inside the line of that one. A hint of movement there from Mariam Bibi. She's running back to her mark. She knows, hey, we are behind the over rate here. We've got to do better. And Mariam Bibi, perhaps I'm being a little bit harsh on her. You might think that. But at the end of the day, she's a national team player. She has to do better than this. That's fuller, that's straighter, that's better. Squeezed into that cover region. Ikra Sahar makes no mistake. Mahekdeep Kaur looking for her first boundary. Six for no loss. 4 deliveries left in the third over. Got mid-on and mid-off both up in the circle. Backward point. Short extra cover and a cover fielder in the circle. Goes into the offside. A bit of a misfield. Not the best running between the wickets either. A quick single was definitely on offer. But chin up if you're in that USRC-Lantau CC dugout. The more you play, the better you'll get. That's just how it works. Improvement is a function of time. Squeezed into the offside. Ooh, a bit of a misfield, a misunderstanding yet again between this opening pair. And in fact, there could have been a run out. Christina Manangan, a little lazy getting back there, a little lackadaisical getting back there at the non-striker's end. Down the ground, mid-off, cuts that off. Umpire makes a signal. 1 delivery left in the over. See a couple of kebabs popping up all over the place. Few members of the production crew having a delicious, albeit belated, lunch here at the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Ooh, that smells like a chicken tikka kebab. Squeezed into the leg side as a dot ball to close out the third over. 6 for no loss after 3. Here we go, Ikra Sahar yet again. Short and wide, a swing and a miss. It's been a familiar story so far in this innings for USRC-Lantau CC. The two coaches for USRC and Lantau, Niaz Ali and Imran Arif respectively. And look at that, the sun's now back at Mission Road. Ikra Sahar. Ah, look at that. You've got to do better. Just looking at her run up there, Ikra Sahar. Her first extra of the day. Seven for no loss. 5 deliveries left in the fourth over. Ikra Sahar, ooh, looking a little worse for wear. Ooh, plays inside the line of that. I'm getting encouraging messages here on WhatsApp. You're doing so well. Solid commentary. So glad that people are tuning in. People are supporting women's cricket in Hong Kong. If you want to do the same thing, share the link to this match with your friends and family on WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Spread the word. Here we go. Full big appeal. I think that's out. And yes, it's given. Plum in front. So Christina Manangan has to walk back to the dugout. Hasn't been the best day for her. It's the end of her innings. She doesn't want to leave. No batter ever wants to leave the crease. Wish she could just stay there forever. Christina, you're going to have to walk back. First wicket down for USRC-Lantau CC. Sunday afternoon, a sweltering Sunday afternoon here at Mission Road. It's been all Little Saiwan so far. They lost the toss. They were put into bat, but they made the most of it. 235 for 3. A brutal innings headlined by Ikra Sahar. What a century. She ran quickly. She hit a lot of boundaries. She put away those loose deliveries. And that's exactly why Lil Saiwan are in the driver's seat. It's Ikra Sahar once again chipping in with that very first wicket. She bowled full, she bowled straight, she got rewarded. Here we go. Play and a miss. If I was Ikra Sahar, I would be going for an action replay. Full and straight every single time. You miss and I hit. It's just that simple. And Ikra Sahar, of course, has been a regular feature in Hong Kong's first team, the national team I'm referring to, of course, in the last year or so. She's now played multiple global pathway tournaments. Wide delivery yet again. She's just holding her knee on her follow through. I wonder if we'll see Ikra Sahar being brought out of the attack in her next over. It's never easy facing 75, 76 balls in the first innings. In 33-degree weather, don't forget. And then coming back from that, bowling your full quota of 4. Look at that. Off a shorter run, she's switched into an off-spinner. And that one beats mid-off as well. Goes down to the boundary, but it's cut off. A round of applause there from the USRC Lantau dugout. And score moves on to 10. That was a nice shot there from the batter. Myra Salim with a handy 2 runs there, but that's the end of yet another over. 10 for 1 after 4. With 4 overs into this innings, a target of 236, you have to say, a mountain too far here for USRC-Lantau CC. Plays inside the line of that one. A big appeal. Square leg umpires not even interested. Heck, I would say some of the fielders weren't interested either. Smile on the face of Mariam Bibi. She can afford a smile. Her team is in firm control of this match. If you're just joining us today, the update from the morning game. A 37-run win for Hong Kong Cricket Club. And now, Lil Saiwan, they look to be outdoing their competition. This will be a massive win for them, make no mistake about that. But don't you go anywhere. For USRC-Lantau CC, it's a big opportunity to get as much game time out in the middle as possible. The only way to improve, of course, is to play opposition that are stronger than you. You gotta give credit where credit is due. Mariam Bibi, she's doing a lot better. A lot better compared to her first over where she conceded 4 wide deliveries. She's bowling straighter, and of course the bat is unable to do anything with it. Mahekdeep Kaur on strike right now, looking for her first boundary. So impressive with the ball in the first innings. We're halfway through the 5th over. Squeezed away into the offside. They're looking for a single. Ooh, a bit of a misfield there. That may or may not be Shanzeen Shehzad. Apologies, that's Maria Riaz. Shanzeen Shehzad, of course, behind the stumps. We've seen Shanzeen Shehzad behind the stumps on just a few opportunities for the national team. Those responsibilities nowadays are usually shared between Lemon Chung and Yaz Daswani. Left alone, and wisely so, another wide delivery. But on the topic of Lemon Chung, how impressive was she in that first game? 31 off 30 deliveries. She pulled out some of those signature scoop shots, those lemon scoops, as I like to call them. Very busy innings, 31 off 30. The player of the match in that 37-run win for HKCC. At one point, it looked like HKCC were in deep trouble. They were 32 for 4, but they got up to 122, which proved to be a winning total. Look at that. Chipped into the offside. Precariously positioned this innings for USRC-Lantau CC. Myra Salim, the left armour, impressive in short bursts in that first innings today. That's into the offside. Ooh, a catching chance. Never easy diving forward. The bat is scampered through for a single. The smiling faces of these little Saiwan players. They've had a fantastic day out so far, especially the batters. The bowlers, to their credit, have given nothing away, yet to concede a single boundary in the power play. 1 delivery left in the first 6-over period. Only 2 fielders allowed outside the circle. 13 for 1 after 5. And a reminder, after 10 overs, we take a well-deserved break for drinks.
Lakhani.
Lakhani pushed the button. And then it was no ball.
There are 4 Saiwan players sitting there. Why are they pushing?
There we go, squeezed into the leg side. Work to do here for mid-wicket, who's running back. There we go, cuts it off really well. Strong throw in from the deep as well. And the new bowler into the attack, Lakhani Pushti. Not the best start for her, just drifting onto the pads. Oh, that's going to be a no ball. Absolutely a bonus run here for USRC-Lantau CC. And Myra Salim, the lucky recipient on this occasion. A reminder, you cannot change the field if it's a free hit. Mariam Bibi just having a conversation with Lakhani. Tries to go down the ground, a catching opportunity, does not go for the catch. Takes it on the bounce, and it's just a single off that free hit. Gets a round of applause as well from the rest of the fielders, and rightfully so. It's a wise decision. You cannot dismiss anyone when it's a free hit. Your priority in this case has to be to prevent the boundary. That's exactly what the fielder at mid-on did. That's full outside the off stump, a play and a miss. And it's off the pitch, that delivery. So of course it's signaled a no ball. That helicopter signal. Yet another free hit here. Mahekdeep Kaur, what can you do with this free hit? She's looking leg side. She's looking straight down the ground. It's a 5-4 offside field right now. Mahekdeep swings at it. It's a wide delivery. She's going to get a second shot at this free hit. Shouts of "Let's go Mahek" from that dugout. Yelling out encouragement at every opportunity. That's wide. And more exercise for the umpire. Mahekdeep Kaur, I wonder if it's worth just shuffling across your crease, moving laterally across your crease to try and access that offside. At this point in time, the deliveries are simply too wide for anyone to reach. But there are gaps there in the offside. The backward point in position, a short third man. Apologies, a third man in the circle. That could be yet another no ball. That's dispatched disdainfully behind square on the leg side. Look at that, Mahekdeep Kaur with her first boundary today. Gets a warm round of applause from the dugout. And that run rate now has inched above 4 runs and over for just the second time in the innings. And guess what? She's going to get yet another free hit. Mahekdeep Kaur into her innings. She moves on to 7 off 21 deliveries. And we've said it before, we'll say it again. She was probably the most impressive of USRC-Lantau CC's bowlers in that first innings. She's a pathway player as well for Hong Kong. Swing and a miss. And look at that, off the pitch yet again, yet another no ball. We've got a few people tuning in on YouTube. I want you to hit up that comment section. Let me know For you, what has been the highlight of the day so far? Drop your comments in that comment section. Full toss, down the ground. Mid-off does well, takes that on the bounce, just one run off the free hit. But most importantly for Mahekdeep Kaur, she continues to rotate the strike. She's on to 8 off 22 deliveries. It's been a bit of an expensive over this for Little Saiwan. Score now moving on to 28. We have 1 delivery left in the power play. I don't know what I'm saying. We have 3 deliveries left in the power play. My eyesight fails me yet again. I'm on the wrong side of 30. That's what happens. Play and a miss. A big appeal, and it's given. Very sharp bit of work there from Shanzeen Shehzad. Second wicket down.
We have to go wicket and put a wide there. Stumped on a wide, yeah? You want to do this?
Yes, wicket.
Yeah, and don't it. Hello and welcome back. Just had a wicket stumping off a wide. Jaidan Sanghani is taking another quick breather as we approach the end of the power play. Pushti Lakhani getting her first Premier League wicket. Maria Salim Balok stumped by Shanzeen. New batsman in, Tasmia Khan, another youngster from USRC. No, sorry, not Tasmia Khan. Is it Tasmia Khan? Tanushi Shah, my bad. Tanushi Shah, 20 years old from USRC. Push the better lines there on the stumps. Just comes off the pads for a dot ball. 2 balls to go on this over. Getting a bit of swing. Struggling with the radar. A few full tosses, a few no balls. But she's picked up a wicket. That'll give her some confidence as she looks to end this over strong. She might get a couple of more overs on the back of that. We're seeing some other bowlers warm up for the next over. Comes Pushti in to Tanushi. Oh, well bowled, and another stumping chance there. Given! Yes, I think she had just dragged the foot out there. Lost her balance going for the big heave. That one from Pushti, just dropping on its way to the batter. Swinging and miss, a foot came off the line, and Shanzeen, very alert to it, picks up yet another stumping. So Tanushi Shah goes, and USRC-Lantau now 3 down for not much. I think it's going to be the captain, Alishpa Kanwal, comes in. We're at a side in a spot of bother, chasing 236. I think at this moment they're just going to have to try the bat the 20 overs, get some experience against a very strong bowling attack.
There's no ball before, and after that you don't have a no ball, right? No.
Yeah, Pushti has come back well in this over, a couple of wickets after a poor start. I think there's just 1 ball left to go, or is there? It's been a long over. We've got 14 balls scored for it, so this should be the last legal delivery. You can see there Mariam Bibi giving her a high five. She's found some rhythm now. She's got her confidence up. She's picked up 2 wickets. Here comes Pushti in again to Alishpa. Skies it. It's in the air. Has the catch been taken? Yes, it has been taken. Another wicket for Pushti Lakhani. 2 and 2 balls, 3 in the over. USRC in trouble. Alishpa out. First ball. Well judged catch there from the fielder at point. USRC-Lantau in all sorts of disarray. We're trying to just get the name of the fielder for you in a moment. I think it was Ikra.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't Ikra. Let's just get the name of the fielder. It's number 20, I think, who took that catch there.
Yeah.
Number 20 would be Humaira Mahmood. Humaira Mahmood. Scorer is also just trying to confirm the name of the catcher there. Yeah, Humaira Mahmood. Humaira Mahmood, confirmation going to our scorer as well. Humaira Mahmood, the one with the catch, as a new batter makes her way out to the middle. So Pushti Lakhani, what an over, what a turner on that over. No balls, wides, and then 3 wickets in the space of 4 balls. So dramatic over there, dramatic end to the power play. As USRC-Lantau 29 for 4, the new batter still making her way out to the middle. Just trying to get her shirt. Number 4, I believe that's Janie Tagaro. Had a long over herself in the first innings. Chance to make amends with the bat, while Mahadeep Kaur, very impressive with the ball in the first innings, now has a chance to show what she can do with the bat. Power plays up, Mariam Bibi continuing. Here comes Mariam. Sefals across the stumps and Mahadeep looking for the gap on the leg side. At most you could get a boundary around a deep square leg. There's no one out there, but there is a fielder at fine leg. And because she shuffled so far across the stumps, that's not been given a wide, because that would have struck her where she was in her initial stance. So clever bowling by Mariam, sticking to her line despite the batter moving. Gets a dot ball there. So Mahadeep thinking now about where she can find her runs, trying to step across the stumps and access the leg side. Again, steps across there. That's very straight. Bit of bad on that, I think. Yeah, clearly a bit of inside edge there. Another dot ball. Big appeal though. I think Mariam thought there might have been a chance. It was pad before bat, but yeah, it's a bat. It's clear bat. We're just double checking our score here. These long overs can be a bit tricky for the scorers to keep track, but action has been interesting. And Pushti Lakhani at 3 wickets in that long over. Here comes Mariam Bibi in again now. To Mahadeep Kaur. Really full and straight, just played right back to her. Mariam's got much better today with her accuracy. Her lines have been solid. And Lil Saiwan have been well ahead of this match the entire time. 30 for 4 in the 7th over. And here comes Mariam again. Strong over this. She would like to take a wicket here. Hasn't picked up a wicket yet, and she's in her final over, but she's bowled very well. Oh, she was halfway through the field before realizing the catch had been put down. Might have been a little tickle on that. Halfway through that celebration and the appeal, and then as she turns, she realizes the ball has just popped out of Shanzin's gloves. So still wicketless Mariam, even though she's bowled very well. She's got 2 balls left in her spell. Can she break through? 3.4 overs, none for 8, 1 maiden over. Can she get a well-deserved wicket here, Mariam? Can she end the spell strong? Here she comes, Mahadeep, steps across the stumps again, plays it nicely with a straight back. No run. A little bit of neither here. All these girls, of course, know each other very well from the school leagues. Mahadeep, Ikra, Alishba, Mariam, they've all come through the Glee Path school systems. I think some of them are Broadway students, but the Delia school system produces a lot of good women's cricketers for our league teams. Square leg umpire now, Nihaz Ali, one of the coaches over at Delia Glee Path. So these girls know each other well. It's good to see them playing at the highest level. Here comes Mariam for the last ball for over. That might be a wide. No, I think again Mahaki just stepping into the line of the ball there. And Mariam ends another maiden over, 4 overs. None for 8. A very good spell. Unlucky to go wicketless. She's bowled extremely well. Mahaki still hanging in there. Doing the right thing, just trying to bat the 20 overs. He needs some support from the other end though. They've lost 4 wickets already. USRC-Lantau, including the captain, Alishba. Would have been a pretty big wicket. They're missing a couple of key players. I think Ria Martins, Joylin Kaur, both in the squad, would have been useful additions to them. They'll definitely bolster the side when they are available. And they've also got a few useful players who unfortunately, due to lockdown and travel restrictions, are not available, not in Hong Kong at the moment. We've definitely added some more strength to the side. It's good to get the season underway, good to get this league up and running, and those who are playing at this level for the first time will stand to learn from that. Here comes Janie on strike. Pushti, 3 for 16 in 1 over, and eventful over that was. Better line there again. Now she's starting to land the ball, which is the key thing here. That those wickets have given her the confidence. Bowled a few high full tosses and no balls in her earlier spell, but now finding her length, is landing it well, is getting a bit of drift, bit of swing. Young talent who's been identified by our coaching staff over at Cricket Hong Kong, who's been given opportunities to climb up the ranks, and this is a good opportunity for her to showcase her abilities, and that's again very well bowled. The loop, if I could call it that, deceives the batters for a bit. The ball hangs in the air before dropping onto the feet there. It's a good Yorker length delivery. Bit of drift, bit of swing. And Janie Tagada has got to find a way to get bat on ball, get off strike, get Mahek deep on strike. I think they just find a way to get singles. The little Saiwan girls packed in. Another good ball, and that's at the stumps. 4 for Pushti Lakhani. Another wicket. This one clean bowled. Big celebration. She's on the verge of a 5-wicket haul. Who would have thought of the start to a previous over? What a turnaround. And they're now in all sort of trouble. I'll pass back over to Chetan Sangani to take you through to the end of the inning.
Nitesh, I gotta say, you are a good luck charm for Lil Saiwan. I blinked and I missed 4 wickets. Fantastic. Pushti Lakhani, 4 wickets for her. We said this before, we'll say it again. You get the feeling that this game, the result is just a foregone conclusion. It's more a question of how convincingly will Lil Saiwan win. 29 for 5, smiles on the faces of everyone in Little Saiwan, especially Pushti Lakhani. Looking for her 5th wicket. Imagine that. She had an absolute nightmare of a first over. That very last over of the power play. A lot of no balls, a lot of free hits. This has been completely different. Oh, you're kidding. A 5-for for Pushti Lakhani and a hat-trick as well. Apologies, 2 in 2. That's how many wickets are falling. I've completely lost count here at Mission Road. A stumping this time. Not the first stumping of the innings either. Look at that, 29 for 6. Things going from bad to worse. Gurkamal Kaur now walks to the crease at number 8. Yet another wicket down. USRC-Lantau CC. It's tough when you're in the dugout and something like this is happening, but at the end of the day, this is a learning experience. You can only get better by playing against tough opposition. And if you're part of that USRC-Lantau CC dugout, the lessons from this game are simple. In the field, it's about discipline. Limit the number of extras, limit the number of no balls and free hits. Lishba Kanwal, of course, the skipper. She'll get better as a captain, but for now, here we go. Hat-trick ball. That's full, squeezed away into the offside. It's no run. But a 5-wicket haul for Pushti Lakhani. What a day it's been for her. One of the stars of the show today, along with Ekwar Sahar, scoring a century in that first innings. Lemon Chung, the first game, 31 off 30. Some of the stars so far today. Maya Gardner, 1 for 9 in her 3 overs. Looked incredibly promising. That's down the leg side. It will be a wide. Someone like Maya Gardner, just 16 years old. Incredibly promising player. Don't be surprised if one day she ends up playing for Hong Kong. She can bat, she can bowl, she's tall. She might even get taller. That's scary. Oh, that might be a double bounce. Yes. Signaled no ball by the umpire. Pushti Lakhani, has been a very interesting day out for her. Bit of a nightmare of a first over, and it's been an absolute dream ever since. 5 wickets for the right arm seamer.
28 for 1 and 31 for 6.
Extraordinary figures. 1.5 overs. 2 overs, 5 for 18. Not often you see figures like that. But Pushti Lakhani, that wickets column looking so good for her. End of the over. It's 31 for 6 after 8. like Nitesh Hemlani just told you minutes ago, the likes of Angeline Martins and Joylene Kaur missing in action today for a variety of reasons. You have to say, without a doubt, USRC-Lantau CC, I beg your pardon, just slightly under strength today. And you have to say, overwhelmed by the strength of the opposition. Ikra Sahar, absolutely merciless in that first innings, scoring a century, putting away all those loose deliveries, running very, very hard. So important to maintain a low dot ball percentage as a batter in T20 cricket, especially when you're batting in those middle overs. They picked up 137 runs in the final 10 overs, Little Saiwan. That's exactly why they're in the position they are in right now. A change of bowling. And there we go, Jaswinder Kaur into the attack for the first time today. That's tossed up. Big appeal. Ooh, down the leg side maybe. Interesting, Jussie choosing not to appeal on that occasion. Always a telltale sign when the bowler doesn't appeal. Oh, how did that miss the stumps? No, it hasn't missed the stumps, in fact. There you go, Jaswinder Kaur. Looked like a googly on that occasion. Leg stump. Well, the leg bail has been disturbed, and they get their 7th wicket, Lil Saiwan. The wicket's continuing to tumble here, and it's going to be a huge challenge. A huge challenge for USRC-Lantau CC to bat out their overs. What can I say? 6.5 hours of consecutive commentary. Happen. Dry throat on a dry day here in Hong Kong. Jaswinder Kaur picking up a wicket in her very first over. Gotta love when that happens as a bowler. As soon as you're into the attack, as soon as the captain throws you that ball, you respond with a wicket. Straight back to Jussie, a doll. Tossed up yet again. Looks like another googly, and fine leg is going to cut this off. Is this a run out? Oh, in fact, yes, it is given. I thought maybe the batter just made it in. A marginal call there, but perhaps the right decision made. I was slightly blinded from this angle. 8 wickets down now. They continue to fall. It seems like every single over we're seeing 1, 2, 3 wickets falling. 31 for 8 right now.
Good comeback. Primary fielder is Nibodika. Nibodika.
And it's Hishita Ganshani into the attack. Walking out to the crease, I beg your pardon. Here we go, mid-on and mid-off, up in the circle. 2 wickets in this over for Jaswinder Kaur. A wide delivery, bit of an anti-climax there. They had their tails up, Little Saiwan. They're looking to close things out as early as possible. And of course tomorrow is a public holiday in Hong Kong. And without a doubt, an early finish allows them to, maybe make those dinner plans. Go home, take a shower, make it out to dinner. Got a day off tomorrow, Lil Saiwan. It's been well earned. Mariam Bibi sweeps up at mid-wicket. 32 for 8 right now. And Jaswinder Kaur, you know it. She wants that 3rd wicket. Tossed up, full toss, defended, and it's a no ball. But surely if you're the batter, you got to go after deliveries like that. It's a full toss. It's a juicy full toss. Try to take advantage of it. But that's okay. Hishita Ganshani, you'll learn the more you play. Improvement, as we've said before, is a function of time. There you go, into the leg side, no run. And that's the end of the 9th over, 33 for 8, USRC-Lantau CC.
Why are they swapping hands? They're swapping hands. Why are they swapping hands?
Over up.
Yeah.
Why are the batters swapping hands?
Yeah.
Yeah, the umpires are paying attention.
I'm gonna turn your mic off. Mic on.
There you go, 9th wicket down. And interestingly, the batters switching ends at the end of the over. There was absolutely no need for that. And it actually costs USRC-Lantau CC a wicket. There you go, a bit of confusion there between the umpires and the scorers.
क्यों किया है? I just checked who's on.
There we go, 33 for 9, last rights here at the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. This will be an absolutely massive victory for Lil Saiwan. And don't forget, there's every chance that net run rate could come into the equation. If there are teams that are tied on points, ooh, you don't want to miss out because of net run rate. Lil Saiwan, they've been ruthless, they've been clinical. Full toss, edged away, third man. Ooh, a bit of a misfield. Perhaps a commentator's curse. Just talking about that ruthlessness from Lil Saiwan. We're having a good laugh here at the commentary box. It's been a pleasure bringing you this production on behalf of Cricket Hong Kong. Thank you so much to our sponsors, GenCore. This tournament, of course, they are the title sponsors. The GenCore CHK Women's Premier League. They've supported cricket in Hong Kong and women's cricket for such a long time. And without sponsors such as GenCore, we would not be able to pull this off. 34 for 9. We're nearly at the halfway stage of this innings. But that's just a fun fact. There's very little chance of this going the full 20 overs. 34 for 9. Down the leg side, worked away to square leg. A familiar result, a dot ball. Lakhani Pushti, 6 for 19 today. It's been a brilliant day out for her. 100 in the first innings for Ikra Sahar. It's been an eventful first day here at the GenCore CHK Women's Premier League. There we go. Third man should cut this off. Could be a run out. Square leg, unmoved. Better throw, and that could have been curtains for USRC-Lantau. $35 for 9 now. They're 200 runs away from what Lil Saiwan scored. And you gotta say, it's been a very sobering afternoon here for USRC-Lantau CC. A full toss. Goes into mid-wicket, a dot. And there we go, the halfway stage of the innings, 35 for 9, USRC-Lantau.
They're going to continue.
And we are going to skip the drinks break. And of course, the playing regulations saying that after 10 overs, we take a drink. But 9 wickets down, there's every chance that in this very over, the game might come to its conclusion. 35 for 9. Jaswinder Kaur looking for yet another wicket. There we go. Game over. Lil Saiwan win by 200 runs. Shakes all around, but it's been a dominant display. Wickets for Jaswinder Kaur. Wickets for Lakhani Pushti taking 6 innings. A very, very polished display from Lil Saiwan. Not the best day out in the park for USRC-Lantau CC. Bowled out for 35 after conceding 235 in that first innings. Ikra Sahar top scoring with 100 in that innings. Look at that, handshakes all round. Look at that, handshakes and a big net run rate boost here for Lil Saiwan. They're top of the table. The other team to have won a game today, HKCC, who won by 37 runs. And you have to say, HKCC, LSW, and of course Craigengower Cricket Club, some of the pre-tournament favorites here in a 5-match competition. But how important will this be if net run rate comes into the equation? It's been a pleasure bringing you this broadcast on behalf of Cricket Hong Kong. This, of course, is the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League. We're 2 matches in to the competition. The final will be on October 16th, which is a Sunday. And signing off from Mission Road, I'm Jay Dansinghani. Catch you next Sunday for the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League.